This is Calabash Community, and in focus today is St. Lucian Olympian Levern Spencer. Tonight we are speaking with those within her inner circle about her development as an international athlete and her goal as St. Lucia's best decorated athlete.
You know, she has won the Sportswoman title 13 times. Now, I'm not sure if there's anybody in the world who was won such an award, not even the great Lucian, but I guess Jamaica has lots of other athletes and you can't win it all the time. But being so consistent that you can win the title of a sportsman or sportswoman of the year for 13 times, including 8 consecutive times, carrying your flag 3 times at the Olympics. I'm not sure if there are too many athletes who have carried it 3 times, you know, sometimes once, sometimes twice, you know, but all of those things indicate that this is somebody who has been consistent, this is somebody who has achieved.
Please help me, folks. One and only Levern Spencer.
The Female Athlete of the Year and St. Lucia's roving ambassador in waiting is Levern Spencer.
Levern Spencer. Ms. Spencer has won this award on 11 other occasions: 2000, 2001, 2002, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2012. So this is her 12th time as St. Lucian Sportswoman of the Year.
Good evening, Levern. Congratulations once again, Levern. 12th time being named St. Lucian Sportswoman of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is this become a routine now, Levern? Do you expect this every year? How do you feel? 12 years, how does it feel?
I think whenever I'm in the sport, I'm going to give 100% in whatever I do, training, competition-wise. And whenever my achievements and my hard work is recognized, and if I deserve it, I think I should get it regardless of the amount of times it is.
Sportswoman of the Year 2015, Miss Levern Spencer.
When she goes out there sometimes, just the places that she go to, the competitions that she would win, people don't appreciate the fact that you're coming from a small island, you know, 238 square miles, 160-something thousand people, and you're up against persons from countries with millions of people and with all of the support base, you know, and then you can still go out there and excel, you know. It says something about Levern and her perseverance and her dedication to the sport, and sometimes because high jump is not one of those glamour sports that people just downplay, but it's really something that I'm hoping that the powers that be would try to understand and make other St. Lucians understand. But I think it has worked very well in the sense that now you see other athletes, you know, the Janelle Shapers and McKeevers, you know, they both turned pro. The challenges are still there, but again, before Levern, nobody really did that, and now we see 2 others having done it and facing their own challenges, and I'm sure others would come along as well. So I think because of her achievements, it has indicated that it can be done even if you're from St. Lucia, and so we're hoping that her achievements, her accomplishments through the years would really inspire and encourage other athletes to follow in her footsteps, but also that the authorities, the associations and the committees would get their act together and ensure that they do whatever is necessary to really push the athletes forward.
2016 has been a good year for Levern, having won major competitions, and she's also improved her performance as the year went on. It is also an Olympic year and certainly a time of high expectations for Levern and the country she represents, St. Lucia. We asked the manager about the feeling this time around. Levern did represent St. Lucia at the 2008 Beijing and 2012 London Games.
This time it was, I would have to say, a little different to the 2 previous Olympics, and for many reasons, but mainly because over the last 4 years, as has been the case throughout Levern's career, you know, another tough training period over the last 4 years, lots of ups and downs, lots of hurdles to try and get over, you know. So just watching her get to that point, and of course you would know she's not exactly a spring chicken anymore, and just seeing her have probably one of her best years ever preparing for the Olympics and being chosen to carry the flag for the 3rd consecutive time, you know, I thought that was another milestone, and so lots of emotions, and I was just elated to see Levern do it again.
she's been there. She's had experience. She's used to that stage, that setting already. How much more relaxed is she this time around?
A lot more relaxed, I would have to say. Of course, because of the experience, and she has matured. And so I think she's better prepared, not just physically, but I think psychologically, emotionally, she's better prepared this time around for the big games. And just looking at the kind of season that she has had, I'm hoping that will translate into maybe not just making the finals, which would be a first timer for St. Lucia, but making it to the podium as well.
Definitely this one is different. The first one is always more exciting because, it is the first time. But we are excited as well that she is again representing St. Lucia. And we know that this time around she's a lot more prepared. She has a new coach who is working with her on certain techniques and things of that sort. And she herself feels a lot more confident this time around. So yes, we are excited about this one, but I think the first one was the greatest excitement.
Are the conditions any closer or better, more favorable to her this time around?
Well, if you compare it to Beijing 2008, most definitely, because in 2008, unfortunately, great weather throughout the Olympics until the day of the high jump, in 2008. So it really wasn't conducive to good jumping. London wasn't too bad, but Brazil could have been a more familiar ground for Levern, not just because, in terms of proximity, we're closer to them, but she has done very well in Brazil over the years, having gone there. But, I think it's just about winter thereabout, that's what I'm hearing, and so the conditions might not be the best, but I still think, based on what she has said, that it's conditions that should enable her to go out and give her best.
Levern has over the years worked with two key coaches, Wayne Norton, who has been a coach during the early days at college. He was impressed by her determination to work hard.
I'll put it like this. I've coached track and field for about 35 years, and her determination to succeed I cannot say that I know of anyone in all my years who has been more determined to succeed. So her mindset is to accomplish her goals, and she's one of those people who is very, very determined and very consistent and dedicated to what she's trying to do. So she far outsees most athletes in that determination. It's obvious even from being in the U.S. and just kind of observing, we can see how much what she does affects so many people. So that's what we call, there's a phrase that there's a lot riding on what she does. So we can see that, and I've seen that. But I think two things. She really embraced the fact that she is representing St. Lucia. She embraces that, welcomes that, and accepts that. And then along with that, after embracing it, I think she does a really good job of processing any pressure or stress that might come from that. She's one who, in her event, as most people who observe high jump, in her event, you have to be able to handle the pressure, because it's one of those events in which all eyes are on you and the bar is up there and everybody can see it. There's no hiding anything. And so she has been able to succeed handling the pressure of high jump, and then that also, I think, helps her handling the pressure of being really, from my research, I don't want to offend anybody, but from my research, she seems to be, basically one of the very top St. Lucia nationals as far as people who are doing things on the world scene. So she's been able to handle it really well. I think it comes a lot from her upbringing, and then basically just who she is, her personality. She has the personality and the mindset to handle it, other than many of us could.
The coach that Levern is working with for the Olympics is Petros Kyprianou. He has never met somebody so determined to push on.
She's always been the quiet, focused athlete that she is, very dedicated to her sport. You know, and when she approached me to start a collaboration this year, you know, she was very professional, and you know, she knows what she wants, and she knew what to expect, and you know, she's one of those athletes that is very dedicated to the high jump and understands. She's been around, and you know, I mean, Levern is a delightful person to be around, and you can't hide from her. I mean, she'll tell you what she feels and what she thinks, and I really appreciate that all the time.
Levern has done more than any other athlete in St. Lucia, the only one so far to make it to 3 successive Olympic Games. She has no plans for retiring just yet, but starting to focus on life outside of competition. Obviously, she's starting to look at a time when there wouldn't be high jump as a career in her life. Is that she's already at that stage? And if so, how is she planning to handle the transition?
Yeah, well, we discuss that, you know, very often. There's always, well, we're thinking that she's going to retire eventually, but, you know, you never know. Sometimes you don't even get to that point where sometimes you're forced to retire because of injury and whatnot, you know. So we are not thinking that, yeah, she's always going to be in the sport. So she has done her studies, her course of studies in health promotion and behavior. And so we are looking at that also. We're looking at her with her master's that she'll be focusing on something to do with sports that, you know, coming back home, you know, after all is said and done, that she can focus on the health sector and also sports where she can really help other young athletes coming up and encourage them and things of that nature. So yes, we are preparing, you know, for life after sports, and I think we're on the right track as far as that is concerned.
Whether there is a medal from Rio, the fact remains that Levern Spencer has opened the door to others like Janelle Shaper and Makiba Alcide, who have also turned pro and focusing on a career in a sport of their choice. We wish them well, and future athletes will do well to emulate them, concentrating on discipline, sacrifice, drive and commitment for the long haul. Japan is only 4 years away. That's not much time. That's our show for tonight. I am Finalist, inviting you to join us again tomorrow.